Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Sim500 Dirt Division. Late models tonight from USA. Only got about 5 weeks left in the season. Got 3 late model races and a couple more sprint car races to go. For whatever reason, my points would not open up tonight, but I do know that Mr. Bueller has stretched his points lead after last week's 360 race. So the overall points looking pretty good for him. The 360 points, he actually stretched out over Shea Paulo, and he's had a fairly healthy lead over Billy Rowley in these late models. We'll get the snafu with the points fixed for next week so we can update everybody with about 4 weeks to go. These guys got about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the practice session. They will get ready to get out here. 20 late models checked in for tonight at this point. Going to be a fantastic race. Big, long tracks, giant sweeping corners. Gets a little bumpy down the front stretch. But the drivers, some of them tend to like that. They're able to get into the rhythm of going down the straightaways. You can see them bouncing coming out of turn 4 and a little bit of bounce down the front stretch. As the night goes on, those bumps will get a little bit more prominent. Watching Billy Rowley and Josh Gerlach right here. A little bit of practice. Third night in a row for us. 3 shows on Sunday. 2 last night, 1 tonight. We'll hit another one tomorrow night with the Dirt Slingers Wednesday Warriors UMP Modified Series. Their week number 11. They'll be at Lima Land for you. And then we're going to head to Knoxville on Thursday night for the Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Those drivers in their 11th week of the season as well. So 5 nights, about 8 races for you. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget, like, shares, and follows if you're over on Twitch or YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Any of our Facebook friends, please drop by the Facebook page, The Dirt Racing Network, and give us a like, a share, and a follow. On our way to 10,000, right around the 9,700 followers mark. Can't wait to hit the 5-digit mark. Quite a bit of action going on. Some new things happening for next season. Got a couple of other contacts asking for special events and maybe another series coming in. Working on trying to procure some new talent to be on the network with us right now. Don't forget to go check out Racecast if you have a smartphone. Doesn't matter if it's Apple or Android. Live racing every single night on Racecast. They've got flea markets for sim racing, real racing. Got a bunch of different group activities and stuff going on over there. Check out in your app store Racecast and download that. Schedules, all kinds of stuff going on in there. Pretty sure that I'll be getting a notice here pretty quick. There it is. There's the notice for Racecast right there. Yeah, you guys get over there and check that out. That is a pretty fun little app to have if you're a race fan. Doesn't matter if it's in the real world or the sim world. There is something there for everybody. So check that out. All right, practice winding down. That means it is time for our pre-race ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, giant thank you to Sam and Johnny Foley for our invocation and our national anthem once again. Big supporters and big fans of the Dirt Racing Network. Saw a picture today on Facebook of the two of them out playing golf together. Little father-son time, and that is a fantastic thing. Right now, 22.66 seconds. Joe Reuter, your quick time tonight. Nick Cohan, the 21 machine, in behind him. Nick Shamborn behind that. Justin Fuller in the fourth spot, and Ryan Bueller, your points leader. Times in fifth. Looking down the list, Billy Rowley, 12th in qualifying. Reed Rundle, 13th. 19 of the 20 cars took time. Oh, Ryan Bueller now jumps to the top of the heap. 22.572 seconds. A tenth quicker nearly than Joe Reuter. So your points leader throwing down the gauntlet. Maybe going to try to seal this deal up right here with a couple of weeks to go in this division. But we will have 3 heat races for you tonight. And then our feature race. Let's get down and run it through the starting lineup for heat race number 1. Ryan Bueller, Lucas Oil Covers GSR number 7 from Manitowoc, Wisconsin, on the pole, and on the outside of him, in the Martin & Company at number 01, Nick Shamborn. Row 2 on the inside, the Older Wall Photography, Elbows Up Sim Sport, number 72 from Milford, Ohio's Jeff Stewart. And on his outside, the Netcode Esports, number 71 from Bondurant, Iowa, Josh Gerlach. The third row on the inside, the Buddies Racing Group at TDC Race Team, number 43 from Oxford, Michigan, Reed Rundle. And on his outside, the Sugar Tit Moonshine, number 2 from Greenville, South Carolina, Shannon Wood. And making up the back row all by himself in the 617 car, that is going to be Lance Keister. All right, guys, do not be afraid to say hi in the chat. Shoot me a message. I am trying to pay as much attention to you guys, the fans, as I can, but I'm going to be paying attention to the racers just as much. It normally would be the top 3 out of each heat race go directly to the feature, but tonight all 20 drivers will be starting in our 30-lap A main, presented tonight by Mission 22. If you watch the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you will see the Mission 22 logo. That is very important to just about anybody who appreciates the military. 22 veterans commit suicide every single day, and Mission 22's mission is to help stop and prevent that. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Ryan Bueller, Nick Shamborn on our front row. The 02 car, Shannon Wood back there. Haven't seen him in the series in a little while. Here goes the pace truck. There go the throttles. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 underway. Sim500 Dirt Division Pro Late Models. Down through 1 and 2 for the first time. Gerlach got a little out of shape around to the top. He is going to give up a spot right there. That is the 4th position to Reed Rundle. Ryan Bueller was able to jump out in front of Nick Shamborn. He's going to go straight to the bottom in turns 3 and 4. Shamborn in second, Jeff Stewart, and it is a single file line behind Jeff Stewart. Reed Rundle, Josh Gerlach, Shannon Wood, Lance Keister a little ways back off of the 6th place car of Wood right now. Nearly 3/4 of a second in front already as they come out of turn 4 for the second of 12 times. Ryan Bueller across the stripe first. Shamborn, Stewart. That could become a heated battle if Stewart can find just a little grip on the exit of one of these corners and pull that 72 car just a little bit closer and show the 01 car the blue nose on there right there. He's going to have an opportunity to give him a piece of it. Shamborn unaffected, able to drive away. That opened the door just a little bit for Reed Rundle. So get on board here. Good old helmet cam from Mr. Rundle. Down through turns 3 and 4, and he had a pretty good drive through the center. Just didn't have enough grip and momentum to drive up beside Stewart that time. Track still pretty tacky all the way across top to bottom. Oh, a little blink out from the 43 car. He's 2.3 seconds behind your leader right now. 5 down, 7 to go. Heat race number 1. Ryan Bueller, 1.9 seconds now as they come to the halfway point out of turn number 4. Nick Shamborn still second. Jeff Stewart protecting the inside, and Reed Rundle went for the high side there, and he got the right rear into the outside fence just a little. That time Stewart deep into 1 and 2, drove it all the way up beside Shamborn, but had to lay off the throttle. And he gives the spot right back. Gerlach still in 5th. Here comes Stewart, got the whole car on the inside, little touching, little rubbing down the front stretch. And it looks like Jeff Stewart going to push the 01 a little wide now. Shamborn down into Rundle. Rundle had the inside there. Those two make contact. Both able to continue forward, but Shamborn with the advantage down into turns 3 and 4. Rundle got the left fronts right in that tacky stuff there, and it looked like the car started to lurch forward a little bit, but he had to check up as the door was closed. So Bueller, 3 full seconds now. I don't know if we can get a wide enough angle to show. There's a wide enough angle to show you how far that really is. You can see the 72 car was way back there. When this widens out down the backstretch, maybe we'll be able to see just how big 3.3 seconds is. There's your view right there. A long way back. Down the front stretch, 2 to go this time. Bueller already with the car sideways going through turns 1 and 2 before anyone else was even at the stripe. It has been all Ryan Bueller. Jeff Stewart chopping into the lead. Bueller making some mistakes here late in the going, but too little too late. As only 2.4 seconds. The gap now between Bueller and Stewart. Rundle still 3rd, Gerlach 4th. Shamborn got shuffled all the way back to 5th. We may have a battle for 3rd here. Bueller easily going to bring home the victory in Heat 1. Stewart's going to finish 2nd. We're watching 3rd and 4th. These two going to put the fenders to one another, and Rundle hangs on to it. Gerlach in 4th, Shamborn, then Wood and Keister. So Little fender bending, train paint all the way down the front stretch, and it was to no avail. As we will head down to the starting grid for a heat race of number 2. CJAuto21.com lineup. On the pole, Joe Reuter in the 438 car, and on his outside in the 51 going to be Justin Fuller, and I believe that's going to be the 20 car for Joe Reuter. Row 2 on the inside, Scott Simley in that Monster Energy number 12, and on his outside, Casey Miller in the 05. And the back row on the inside, Trevor Hinker, the 26 machine, and the BAR Transport number 63 from Muskegon, Michigan, of Bill Coy on the outside. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Thank you for spending your Wednesday or your Tuesday evening, excuse me, trying to get a day ahead of myself, with us here at the Dirt Racing Network and the Sim500 Dirt Division late model racers. Don't forget to say hi in the chat. One more time around. When they come out of turn 4 the next time, heat race number 2 will be underway. Kyle Benke, supposed to be a 7th car in this race, did not make the call to run the heat race. Not sure why. Just about time for the iRacing Pace Truck to drop off in turn number 4. Joe Reuter and Justin Fuller ready to find the loud pedal, get us started in heat race number 2. There goes the Pace Truck. Here come the loud pedals, and a little bit of a jerky start there. The 51 car maybe spun the tires a little. Reuter goes across the track. That is going to open things up, and Scott Simley is going to go through turns 1 and 2 with the lead. Will he have it on the exit? The 05 of Casey Miller made a good run at him, but it is Simley out in front. Miller second. Reuter settles into third. Trevor Hinker all the way up to 4th. Justin Fuller and Bill Coy 5th and 6th as we complete lap number 1. Down through 1 and 2 for the second time, and now Reuter got the legs back up under the 20 machine, and he is making a bid for second on the inside of Casey Miller down through 3 and 4. He is going to have the spot, and he's going to try to go for the lead down the front stretch. Not enough gumption right there. But a big wide corner from the 12 car of Simley may give Reuter the opening he's looking for down the backstretch. Got the nose there. A little bit more speed for the 12 car. So he ran the very top side of 1 and 2, and that gives you a lot of momentum on the exit. But here comes Reuter side by side still. Simley after 3. Trevor Hinker now closing in on third right there. We're going to keep our eyes on the battle for the lead. Side by side, a drag race into 3 and 4. Simley on the top, Reuter on the bottom. 20 car had the advantage at the center point. He is going to take the lead coming out of 4. New leader, your pole sitter, Joe Reuter, finally gets the lead back at the end of lap number 4. Simley second. Miller now in a battle for third with Trevor Hinker. Justin Fuller just a ways back. Bill Coy actually going to be able to continue as Justin Miller has taken his 51 machine into the infield. Maybe a little bit of damage from the contact with he and Reuter at the very beginning of the race. And he may have had to take that car in for repairs before the feature race tonight. Now we're watching about on the outside. Casey Miller with the 05 car, big run down the backstretch. He's trying to take second away from Scott Simley. He's going to have the momentum on the outside this time, and he will have that spot. Simley back to third and right into the clutches of Trevor Hinker. Hinker a little sideways off of 2. He's going to give up all the space he made getting down into turn 1. Right now, Joe Reuter 1.2 seconds out in front. 5 to go in heat race number 2. Casey Miller still second. Scott Simley, then Trevor Hinker trying to make up the distance that he lost the last time they went through 1 and 2. Doesn't do it this time. Bill Coy about full straightaway behind the 4th place car, Trevor Hinker. So we'll watch Reuter across the stripe. 4 to go. Miller, Simley. Everybody getting into a little bit of a comfortable rhythm, getting a pretty good gap between each other. No pressure anywhere right now. Trevor Hinker about 2 seconds from the lead. We're down to 3 to go this time. Still Reuter in front. 1 full second, almost 1.1. He lost just a little bit of time in the last lap and a half. Casey Miller bringing the 05 car back closer each lap, but I think time is going to run out before he can actually get there. So we're down to a lap and a half, and it is still 1 full second. Simley still in 3rd, Hinker in 4th, and Coy a distant 5th. The white flag out over heat race number 2 right now. Joe Reuter, Casey Miller, Scott Simley, your top 3. Reuter able to keep that 20 car right on the bottom. A good line down through 1 and 2. Goes to the same place in 3 and 4. He's going to pick up the win in heat 2. Casey Miller 2nd, Scott Simley 3rd. Trevor Hinker 4th, and Bill Coy will run 5th. Justin Fuller in the infield 6th in the heat. No start from Kyle Benke. We'll get ready for our 3rd and final heat race of the evening. Waiting for drivers to clear the racing surface now in heat 2. Good heat race here. There are plenty of hot shoes in this one. On the pole, the CJ Automotive, Dizzy Motorsports, number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Nick Cohan. And on the outside of him, the over-the-wall photography, Elvis Up Sim Sport, number 21 from Hanford, California, Shea Paulo. Row 2 on the inside, the 30 car of Tom Leake, and on his outside, the Wicked Energy Gum, Elbows Up Sim Sport, number 79 from New Paris, Ohio, the Rowdy One, Billy Rowley. 3rd row on the inside, Rylan Gray in the 06 machine, and on the outside of him, the 04 of Doug Sigmund. Sigmund always has interesting paint on his car, and he is running the Skull Bandit once again. The JIR Sim Sports number 06 of Rylan Gray on his inside there. So 12 more laps. And we will get ready to have a feature race. I don't know if we're going to do the B mains yet or not. With this smaller car count, they may skip right over those and go right to the feature. But if they don't, we'll have a couple of B mains anyway. Those guys will be racing for their starting positions. Cohan and Paulo. Going to get us started in turn 4 right here. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 3 is underway. Good start for the 21 car of Nick Cohan. Paulo in the other 21 car, getting challenged by his teammate Billy Rowley from the high side right here. He's trying to take the lead. Rowley's trying to move him all the way back to third, and he does so right there. Now Rowley's got his sights set on the back of the orange machine of Cohan. Ryland Gray now trying to make a run through here behind Paulo. Rowley way out of shape. Is going to go from second to third, possibly even all the way back to fourth by the exit of turn 4 if Gray can keep the momentum up and get around him. He does just that. So Gray in third, Rowley in fourth, Leak in fifth, and Doug Siegman in the sixth spot. The battle right here for the front, and Paulo went to the bottom side, opened the door. Here comes Ryland Gray with a head of steam on the top side of 3 and 4. Cohan still the leader, but out of turn 4. Ryland Gray now up to second. Move Paulo back to third. Billy Rowley still fourth, and Tom Leak in fifth. Doug Siegman a good distance back off of the fifth place car of Leak. We're going to watch as the battle up front about to heat up. I think Ryland Gray may have figured something out. He is able to keep that 06 car wound up pretty good, and he's getting good drive on the exits of both corners, 2 and 4 right now. Not that time as he got the car a little sideways, but he has been closing the gap on the leader since the beginning of the race. Started in the 5th position, now up to second. Cohan still hanging right on to it. Down the backstretch, headed for 3 and 4 to complete the halfway point. Slide job coming from Ryland Gray right across the nose, but Cohan able to counter it out of 4. It's a great drag race. Gray ends up with the spot. New leader, Ryland Gray. Cohan back to second. Now he's trying to battle back. Lost a little ground there, and Shea Paulo got a good run here. Comes Paulo, big slider, 2 for 1. No, didn't get either one of them. May give up third if Rowley can get the nose out there before they get up on the straightaway, and he wasn't able to do so. So keep Paulo into third with just under 5 to go. Now Paulo clips the right rear just a little as he went by on the high side. Rowley clipped Paulo as he went by on the high side. Shea Paulo giving it everything he's got out there. He is pushing the 21 machine as far as it'll go, and 4 laps to go. He's got 2 spots to make up. Now right rear into the fence, maybe pushed a little too hard. She's going to fall back from the battle at the front. Cohan sizing up Gray, trying to find a weak spot, see if he can exploit it and get around him. But nothing yet. Both these drivers running almost identical lap times. That time a good run out of 2 for Cohan. Will he do the slide job in 3 and 4? He's going to go for it. Down, in, up, early. Back the car up a little bit. Couldn't keep it square. Gray able to counter. And he keeps the lead by half a car on the inside. Now down to 3 to go. That time Gray clipped the bump going into turn 1 and got the car way out of shape. And he pounds the outside wall. He is going to take that car directly to the infield. And with that, Cohan picks up the lead. The incident with Gray collected both Rowley and Paulo. So Tom Leak up to the 2nd spot on the white flag lap. Billy Rowley in 3rd, Shea Paulo, then Doug Siegman. But Nick Cohan through 3 and 4 for the final time in heat race number 3. He'll pick up the win. The 30 car of Tom Leak right behind him, about 3 seconds. And then a little ways back to Billy Rowley and Shea Paulo as they were almost nose to tail right there. Doug Siegman in 5th. And Ryland Gray 1.5 laps short of picking up the win, and he put it in the fence in turn 2. There's a big bump right there on the entrance to turn 1B main. We're doing 1B main. I think everybody gets to go. I'm pretty sure everybody gets to go, but we're going to run it anyway. Like I was saying, Gray hit that bump on the outside of the exit to pit road right there in turn one. Completely upset the car, and right across the end of the wall he went. But our starting grid for our B main, Josh Gerlach on the pole, Trevor Hinker to his outside. Row 2, Shea Paulo and Nick Shamborn. The third row will be Bill Coy inside, Doug Sigmund outside. Row 4, Shannon Wood inside, Justin Fuller on the outside of that row. Your fifth row, Rylan Gray and Lance Keister. And Kyle Benke scheduled to start in the sixth row. Right now, Justin Fuller in the outside of row 4 will not make the call, and neither will Kyle Benke on the back row. So 9 cars for 11 spots. So everybody's going to transfer. All right, lights off on the pace truck. B main about to get underway. Josh Gerlach, Trevor Hinker. At the front, ready to do battle. Everybody's transferring. This is just going to determine where they start in the feature. Green flag in the air. B main underway. Gerlach a little out of shape. Everybody needs to complete at least a lap here just to make sure that they get an official starting spot in the B main. Just by taking the green flag, I'm pretty sure they're all through. Hinker in second, Paulo in third, Shamborn. The 01 car in fourth. He's going to go around the outside, take third away from the out of shape 21 of Shea Apollo. And then the Shannon Wood, the 02 car in fifth. Rylan Gray in sixth, recovering from that debacle in heat race number 3. Bill Coy, seventh. Doug Sigmund in eighth, and Lance Keister in ninth. Coy, Sigmund, and Keister at the back, and those guys right on top of each other. And you saw Sigmund have to get out of the throttle and run the car up to the fence. He almost ran up the backside of Bill Coy right there. Josh Gerlach, 9/10 of a second in front of Nick Shamborn. Shamborn about 5 car lengths in front of Paulo. Three down, 9 to go. Paulo went in the middle. Now will he have any momentum coming out on the bottom of turn 2? Nothing doing. Keeps the gap the same. Hinker's hanging on to fourth, and Shannon Woods settled into fifth, but Rylan Gray is trying to make up ground and put some pressure on the 02 machine. Out to the outside, a little bit of contact. Going to turn the car right, left, and put the right side all up against that outer barrier. Gray moves around into fifth. Wood is still sixth. Then Keister, Sigmund, and Coy. Nobody catching Josh Gerlach right now. Best battle on the track right here. Paulo and Hinker. That is for third and fourth. Shea Paulo hanging on to third. You can see a little bit of damage when we get the right angle. On the right rear of the 21 car, he has put that thing up against the fence somewhere. There's just a little bit of bend in that sheet metal right there. Just fold it around. There he does it again. Just bumps it up against the wall right there. Still Gerlach out in front. Shamborn, Paulo, Hinker, Gray, Wood, Keister, Sigmund, and Coy. Quick look back here. Bill Coy. When he gets to the line, we'll find out where our leader is. All right there. They are going into turns 3 and 4. So about 2/3 of the track. 4 to go this time by 1.7 seconds for Gerlach. Over Shamborn. Paulo car really out of shape down in 2. Almost brought it to a stop. Drawback, take a peek at Shin and Wood right here. 0-2 machine in 6th. Good distance back, about 2.5 seconds behind Ryland Gray. Gray starting to close in on Hinker as Hinker clips the wall in 2. That closes the gap even quicker. Still Gerlach, Shamborn, Paulo. Now we're watching a battle for 4th right here. Hinker and Gray close together. That time Hinker in the middle. Going to have a little bit of a run out of 2. Open the gap to about 2 cars. 2.5 cars now. Once again in the middle. Gray had to check the 06 car right up. And now Hinker into the middle, close to the bottom again. Gray around the top side, going to see if he can use that wide side momentum. Didn't close the gap here. Now, one more time, Gray to the top, Hinker to the bottom. Gerlach wins it. Shamborn is 2nd. Paulo is 3rd. Battle right here for 4th and 5th, and it looks like Hinker is going to hang on in front of Gray. Then Wood. Keister out of 4, going to finish in 7th. Doug Sigmund is going to come home 8th, and Bill Coy is going to bring the 63 car in 9th, but he is going to make the shortcut into pit road, and he will start tailing Charlie for our feature race. Quick look to see if we're going to have a little bit of warm-up here. Looks like about 60 seconds. So while they warm up, let's have you check this out. Big shout out to my man Tim Nichols over at Tim Sims. Said he's been working hard in the shop. I called him this morning and got him out of bed. And I didn't even call early. Best part of the day. You don't call early and you get your buddy out of bed. Tim's a big supporter of everything that's going on here. He supports racing in all forms, and it's great to have him on board with the Dirt Racing Network, so we really appreciate him being around. All right, practice before the feature has ended. We will get ready to run down the starting lineup for our feature race. Ryan Bueller will have the pole, and Joe Roeder will be on his outside. The second row, Nick Cohan inside, Jeff Stewart on his right. Then the third row on the inside, Casey Miller in the 05 car. The 30th, Tom Leake will start in the 6th spot. Row 4, Reed Rundle, the 43 machine inside. Scott Simley in the 12 on the outside. Billy Rowley will start inside row number 5 with Josh Gerlach on his outside. The 6th row, Nick Shamborn inside, Shea Paulo outside. Row 7 will be Trevor Hinker inside, Ryland Gray on the outside. And the 8th row is going to be Shannon Wood, the 02 on the inside, the 617 of Lance Keister on the outside. And Doug Sigmund inside row 9 with Bill Coy to his outside. So, 18 cars. 18 late models with Ryan Bueller once again at the front. Hard to beat the guy when you got to pass him every single night. He and Joe Reuter will get us started. Not this time, but the next time we come by. "30 green flag laps on the board. Cautions will be on. Caution laps will not count. All right, everybody getting formed up 2 by 2, nice and tight. Good start out of turn number 4 this time. We're going to see a great race here. USA Speedway Dirt Division 500 for Sim500 Dirt Division. Good Lord, my mind is gone. They are underway. Feature time, and it is 2 wide, about 8 deep. As they come out of turn 2, Reuter down the inside. Front row swapped lanes going into 1 and 2. Now they go back inside and out through 3 and 4. Bueller takes the lead coming out of 4. Here comes Nick Cohan, working hard to take second away from Reuter. Jeff Stewart setting in the 4th spot. Casey Miller now around the top side of Josh Gerlach takes over 5th. Gerlach 6th, Tom Leake in 7th. Here comes Billy Rowley, Shea Paulo, and Scott Simley. A little contact there. I was waiting to see if anything big was going to happen. Everybody able to keep them straight. Behind that, 3 and 4 wide, Shamborn, Gray, Rundle. A lot of beating and banging back here. 10th, 11th, and 12th. You see Reed Rundle's 43 machine up into the outside wall. Trevor Hinker got around him. Shannon Wood now making a bid to take that 14th spot away. Lance Keister, the 617 car, already to the infield tonight. But we will go look at our leader, Ryan Bueller. 9/10 of a second over Nick Cohan. Cohan got around Reuter. A move of the 20 car of Joe Reuter back to 3rd. Battle behind that. Jeff Stewart had the 72 car just a touch out of shape, and Casey Miller tried to take a peek but couldn't do anything. That brought Josh Gerlach into the picture, and Gerlach now going to make a bid to take away 5th from Miller. Not able to get there just yet. Maybe this time out of turn 4, a lot of grip off the bottom of that corner, and he's got the spot. Still Bueller, Cohan, Reuter, Stewart, and now Gerlach, your top 5. Casey Miller and Shane Paulo going at it for 6th here. As Gerlach making a run on Jeff Stewart. Slide job in 3 and 4. Move the 71 car into position number 4. Gerlach, man, on a mission right now. Picked off a car each and every lap of the last 2 or 3 laps here. We're going to drop back just a little bit. Take a look. Casey Miller and Shea Paulo battling pretty good. And now Miller's got the outside on Stewart. Move Miller back to 5th. 21-72 car teammates battling for 6th in our first caution of the night. Let's see if Scott Simley may have been that car. He may have gotten sideways down here in 1 and 2. Moved a little bit out. Gray moved a little bit down, and then Hinker up under the back end. Turns the 12 car sideways. That's enough to trigger the caution. Bueller, Cohan, Reuter, Gerlach, Miller, Stewart, Paulo, Shamborn, Leak, and Rowley your top 10. Eight laps down, still 22 to go. Don't forget, 2 more nights of racing action right here on the Dirt Racing Network. Modifieds tomorrow night from Limaland Motorsports Park. And then the big Wing 410 Outlaw Series from Knoxville on Thursday night with the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Both of those shows, 8 o'clock Eastern. All right, one more time around. Get these boys formed back up, get a restart. Different front row this time, still going to be Bueller. But it'll be Cohan to the outside, not Reuter. Reuter inside row 2, and Josh Gerlach will pull alongside of him. The third row will be Miller and Stewart. Then Paulo and Shamborn. And Rowley and Leak. So 22 more laps to go. Anybody going to be able to get in here and challenge the 7 car for the win tonight? On the throttle, Bueller with a great start.
Green flag.
He's able to pull 4 car lengths on Shamborn before they get to turns 1 and 2. Now Reuter goes to the inside. Gerlach through the middle. Miller to the bottom. Here comes Stewart off the top side. That's your top 5. Shamborn with a good run. Paulo on the inside with a great run. He is going to make a bid in there. Top 7, 8 cars right there on the screen. Shea Paulo around Jeff Stewart. Joe Reuter able to pick up the spot on the 21 car, move number 20 into position number 2. Cohan back to 3rd. Gerlach still 4th. 71 car was the one car that was moving forward with consistency before the caution, and now looks like he is just kind of holding station there in 4th, not able to make up a good deal of ground on the 21 of Cohan. Miller into 5th. Jeff Stewart hanging on in front of Nick Shamborn. Billy Rowley around the inside has moved his way inside the top 8. He's got about a car length on his teammate Shea Paulo. Paulo in 9th. Gray, Ryland Gray now up to 10th. 6 car, very fast in the heat race. Had that thing well in hand. Kind of stepped on it a little bit, put himself in the outside wall with about a lap and a quarter, lap and a half to go. And now he's been fighting back ever since, went through the B main. Now trying to pick his way through this traffic. We are coming up on the halfway point, about 2 laps into this A main. He sits in 10th. Bueller, 0.7 of a second ahead of Reuter. Reuter got around Cohan on the last restart, and he has been able to basically match step with Bueller. 23.142 seconds to 23.156 last time, first and second. Nick Cohan a good deal off of that pace, still hanging on to 3rd, right in front of Josh Gerlach. Gerlach really not doing a lot in this second run here. Lost some ground there to Cohan out of turn 2. Halfway flags being shown to our leader, Ryan Bueller. He passes by the starter stand and into 1 and 2. 15 down, 15 to go. Still Bueller, Reuter, Cohan, Gerlach, Miller, and Shamborn. Back through your top 6. Shea Paulo, Billy Rowley, Jeff Stewart, and Ryland Gray rounding out the top 10. Good look here at the 01 car. Nick Shamborn hanging on in front of the two elbows up drivers. Shamborn into 6th. You saw Paulo clip that bump in 1 I talked about earlier that got Rylan Gray. He is running down on the bottom and able to hold off his teammate in the 79 car, at least for the time being, but he is not making up an inch on the 01 car of Shamborn. Cross the bump again. Pitches the 21 car sideways. That time lost ground as Rowley made up not 1 but 2, 2.5, 3 car lengths down the backstretch. Down to 12 laps to go this time. Paulo fought back a couple of those car lengths, and he was even again right there. Goes down there. Hammers that bump again. Rowley really getting good drive on the top of turn 2. You can see the speed difference as Rowley pulls away. Somehow, Paulo is able to get that 21 car to find Biden on the bottom in 3 and 4, and he pulls right back alongside. This time keeps it pinned to the bottom. Will he have any momentum out of 2? Yes, he does. Rowley just not enough that time. That's your battle for 7th and 8th. Back to the front, Reuter. 1.1 seconds behind Bueller, and Bueller's about to run into some company up here. Bill Coy, 17th place car, about to be a lap down. We're 10 to go, just under 10 to go now. You see Sigmund leak right in front. There's your leader right up under the back end of the 63 car. Got him a little bit loose. Able to get by cleanly. That opened the door for Reuter. Reuter picked up about 2/10 in that exchange right there. And now Bueller looking at the next lap car, the 04 of Doug Sigmund. And Sigmund about 12 to 15, maybe 18 car lengths ahead right now. Still Cohan in 3rd. Casey Miller and Josh Gerlach, all 3 of those cars trying to close the gap on each other. That is a battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Miller really using up the right rear of the 05 machine. He's got it folded in pretty good behind the tire. Cohan got around Bill Coy. Now Gerlach. Miller's already gotten around him. There goes Gerlach. Gap starting to close just a little bit as your leader got hung up for just a second behind the 04 car of Doug Sigmund. So we are down to about 7/10, right at 3/4 of a second. More lap traffic right in front of your leader. Five to go this time out of turn number 4. The gap remains the same, about 7/10 of a second. Lap traffic not really slowing down Ryan Bueller a whole lot. Reuter was able to chop a couple of tenths out once. But he has not been able to close it up in clean racing air, as it stays at about 3/4 to 8/10 of a second with 4 laps to go. Cohan still 3rd. He is a good distance back from 2nd, so it is down to the top 2 here. Reuter needs to make up 3/4 of a second on Bueller, and he's only got 3 laps to get it done. Has to hope for a mistake or that this lap car, they catch it and it holds up. The 7 machine, that next car is going to be the 12 car of Scott Simley. And I think they're going to run out of time. Bueller looks like he's kind of cruising to this one, just putting the car down in the bottom, letting it do its thing. He sees the 2 to go signal. Now extended the lead out to 1.1 seconds. Big mistake out of 4 from Reuter. She got the car way sideways, and he lost about 3/10 of a second. It has been all Bueller. The entire feature, he gets to the white flag first. One more time around for him. Reuter still second. Cohan in third. They are not going to catch that lap car. I think he may get there right at turn 4, but with 1.6 seconds, he doesn't have to push the issue. He can settle right in there and out of turn 4 for the checkered flag. He is going to win again. Ryan Bueller wins tonight at USA in the Mission 21. God bless the USA feature here tonight for the dirt division at Sim500. Reuter second, and Cohan comes in third. So we're going to give the boys a couple of minutes to get around on the front stretch, catch their breath, and we'll try to grab all 3 of them and chat with them in order here. Get the cars around on the front stretch. Get them all parked up. And we're probably going to have to rewind a little, so we'll just have to deal with that. I think we can manage to make do. That is a terrible view. That is just horrid. That's not bad. All right, let's get Nick and see where Nick is at. I don't know who that is. All right, here we go. Nick Cohan, you there, buddy?
I got you.
Well, a great run tonight, man. Didn't look like you had a whole lot for the guys 1 and 2 there, but you held off all the guys behind you. You come home third tonight. How tough was this feature?
Oh, man. There's a lot of tough guys in this league, and, finally get a podium finish in this series is feels like a win, man. I've been trying for a long, long time. A couple weeks ago, I was real close and slipped up a little bit at Kokomo. Like I said, this really feels like a win. I'm trying so hard to, get a really good points finish. And, the goal is try and get in the top 3 so we can get up here and talk to you. But yeah, this CJ Automotive Toyota thing was fast tonight. Felt pretty good there on the top, and the bottom was fun there in the beginning. And it was cool battling there with Casey and Josh. That was a lot of fun. Just tried to keep it out of the wall as best I could, but stuffed it in there a couple times, but we held on there for third.
Well, a fantastic run, big track, and the one caution, and then everybody went kind of single file and not a whole lot going on there. It looked like one lane really. If you weren't at the top, you really weren't going anywhere. Did you try the bottom at all?
I was running the bottom there in the beginning part of the run, and it was working out pretty good. And it was kind of funny. My buddy Nick, he said he was running the top in 1 and 2 and the bottom in 3 and 4. And I was like, man, I'm running the complete opposite. So when we went green, I did the opposite. I went to the top. Actually, I stayed at the top in both corners, and it seemed to be working out pretty good. So I'm more comfortable up there anyway. I'm not too great on the bottom. So running the top felt a lot more comfortable. And as the race went on, it seemed to come into play there. It seemed to be the quicker line. So, it worked out. Tough competition. Like I said, I know Shay just got into the World of Outlaw Pro thing and in the dirt side of stuff. And, there's a lot of tough competition here. Ryan obviously kicked our ass tonight, but, Billy back there, I beat Billy. It's a lot of good cars I beat tonight. So I'm really proud of myself for top 3 tonight for this Dizzy Motorsports car.
Well, a fantastic run. I'm sure you've got a couple of shout outs before we let you go celebrate a hard-earned podium finish tonight.
Yeah, just got to thank my teammates at Disney Motorsports, CJ Automotive, Perk Coffee, and, of course, shout out to Beer Hill Gang. Other than that, see you guys next week at Volusia.
All right. Thanks for chatting with us, Nick, and we do look forward to seeing you next week in the sprint cars at Volusia.
Thanks, Roger.
Your third place finisher, Nick Cohan. Now, I am going to cheat just a little bit, guys, so You're going to have to forgive me. I want to get back here and I want to get a look at the winner because we do not have our second place car in here tonight. So we are going to jump right up and talk to Orion Bueller. Orion Bueller, you there?
Yes, I am.
Well, man, you put down the gauntlet tonight. You put a whooping on these boys. How much fun was it out there on this big track?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was expecting the track to be pretty tacky for qualifying. Going the first corner, slid up quite a bit, and then corrected for my second lap, and ended up turning out to be pretty good. After that, it was just kind of just sending pace and hitting my marks without hitting that wall.
It looked like just about everybody else was kind of trying to find the cushion up there at the top, and you just kept that 7 car right against the inside. Just way more comfortable for you, or were you just feeling that much faster down on the bottom tonight?
That 1.5 laps in warm-up was all I had to do to decide, and I just figured out the cushion was just about hitting the wall coming in, so it was too hard to hit consistently. So I just went down to the bottom, all of a sudden I just rocketed off the corner. I was like, okay, I'm sticking in there for the rest of the race. So I knew that cushion wasn't going to come back.
Well, you're definitely making this points battle into something extremely challenging with about 4 races to go here. Tonight's victory and the deep finish for Mr. Rowley probably going to put this thing on ice. You're going to relax on these guys a little bit, or you're going to keep the pressure on?
A little bit more relaxing for the Pro Late model. I'm more comfortable in these things, but Billy's really good in the sprint cars, and that's just, I can hold my own. I'm just not very great in the sprint cars, but so I just got to keep on his tail there and try to get that championship as well.
Well, a great run, another great win for you. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here and go celebrate?
Yeah, I got to thank Ryko Motorsports and Setup Shop and Butt Kicker for everything they do to help me out.
All right, man. Well, thanks for taking the time, and we look forward to seeing you in the sprint cars next week, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Your winner. Let me get a little bit around here. I got to find Reuter's car. I know he was on track. There he comes. So we'll just keep him on as Joe has made it into the area where we can grab him to interview. Joe, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, a great run, man. You did great in your heat race out there. You come in here, you start outside the front row and kind of chase that 7 car around all night long. How tough was the track to keep a grip on?
It was really tough. It was really slick. Right at the start there, I thought I was going to get Ryan, and I figured I'd slide up in front of him and try to run the top in 3 and 4. I thought he was going to run the top, and he went to the bottom, and he got by me there, and I figured it was just over.
Well, we watched you guys. He starts on the inside. You start on the outside. The green flag comes out, and you two swap lanes almost immediately. You go down to the other end and swap again, and it just didn't work out. And from then on, it was just kind of a chase. And you had a challenge there for a couple of minutes with Nick Cohan. How did that go for you?
Good. I really liked to race Nick. He runs me clean. I was trying to run a little bit lower than him going into 1, and you kind of get caught up on the grass there, so there's not a lot of grip. So I was just kind of waiting for him to screw up, and he didn't. But then we got that yellow, and I kind of got a good start, and he didn't get a great start. So I was able to get by him there, and then I just kind of rode behind Ryan.
Well, an awesome run. Second place with this group is one heck of a finish, man. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here?
I just want to thank my dad's business, Racky Reuter Electric. I'd like to thank GS Racing. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming out to watch.
All right, man. Well, fantastic run. We look forward to seeing you maybe the next time we put the late models on the track, buddy.
Thank you.
Your second place finisher, Joe Reuter. Let's run through our official finishing order. Bueller wins it. Reuter was second. Cohan, your final podium car. Casey Miller in fourth. Shea Paulo fifth. Josh Gerlach was sixth. Nick Shamborn came home seventh. Eighth to Ryan Gray. Reed Rundle in ninth. Billy Rowley in 10th. Jeff Stewart was 11th. Trevor Hinker, the 12th place car. 13th to Scott Simley. Shannon Wood in 14th. Tom Leake finishes 15th. Doug Sigmund 16th. Bill Coy in the 17th spot. Lance Keister was 18th. Justin Fuller 19th. And Kyle Benke credited with 20th. A great race tonight. Only the one caution. Bueller put a whooping on these guys. Another fantastic run from them. You heard them say their evolution next week for the 360s, and then the following week be right back there again for these late models one more time. Don't forget tomorrow night, Wednesday Night Warriors with the Dirt Slingers, UMP Modifieds. Some of the best racing on the service right there. Don't forget to tune in 8 o'clock Eastern. I will be back on the call with you. The best of the best in modified racing will be at Lima Land. And then K.R. Stolfus back on the mic with you Thursday night for the Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series. They will be at Knoxville for their second to the last show of the season. For myself, K.R. Stolfus here at the Dirt Racing Network. Guys, we appreciate every second that you spend with us. We know you could do something else, but you choose to watch these races. We appreciate it greatly. Until we see you the next time, guys, keep it dirty.